Go, Josh! Woo-hoo.
Okay, check. Can everybody hear me? All right. So I would like to talk about our future and our past. Our past has been filled with corruption and violence. For thousands of years, a few have desired the power and control over the many. Many have had noble intentions of bringing order and peace, only to find their efforts brought more chaos and more war. But some have had truly evil intentions. The intention of ending free humanity. These few have risen in power throughout the ages and now seek to control all of us and all of the wealth. They have gone by many names. Today, we know them and call them international bankers. And I'm not talking about your local TD or Royal Bank manager. I am talking about the few that truly run our governments. The owners of the World Bank, the Federal Reserve, the IMF, the Bank of International, everything. These bankers have seized the power to issue national currency across the globe. And many, many people and many warnings have been issued against this. From our past Prime Minister, Mackenzie King, he told us that until the control of the issue of currency and credit is restored to government and recognized as its most conspicuous and sacred responsibility, all talks of sovereignty of Parliament and democracy is idle and futile. Now I ask you, who really issues our currency in Canada? Why does our national debt keep growing and growing? Why do none of our elected politicians talk of a plan of having no national debt? It is because they are representatives. It just seems like they may not be representing us. Could it be that they may be representing the corruptors? I would encourage all of you to look at a company in Canada called Power Corp, a corporation owned by Paul Desmarais, and it's a funny coincidence, this Power Corp. Almost all of the past prime ministers since Lester B. Pearson have worked for this corporation in some aspect. Our Prime Minister, Paul Martin, actually got his shipping company from this corporation. How often do we see the revolving door of government and corporations and banking industries give us the same people? The problems we are facing today are not because of capitalism. The problems are coming from a criminal conspiracy to keep the power and the wealth in the hands of the elite and out of the hands of the people. The criminal conspiracy committed by multinational corporations and bankers to hijack and control our government. These people use what is called Hegelian dialectic, or the problem-reaction-solution system, to control us. They create these problems, in this case, the financial crisis. They wait for the reactions, in this case, the Occupy movement, and then they turn around and offer us the solutions. We need to use caution that this movement, this Occupy movement, is not used to push solutions that further centralize the power or offer us a one-world currency. We need to make sure that the Occupy movement does not become the Million-Man March on Freedom. I would like to finish my speech with a quote from E.C. Rigo, who is on the DVD that we handed out today. Only a revolution of the mind of the individual is needed to accomplish the greatest stroke of freedom of all time. It is a remarkable fact that no constitution of any state nor has any declaration of human rights ever proclaimed the right of freedom of money issue. Yet this right is inseparable from the right of bargain or exchange, which is the foundation of liberty. Man's ignorance of the laws of money have blinded him to the very touchstone of freedom. You are indeed sovereign if you but realize that your money power is your sovereign power. You need no political laws to liberate your power for prosperity and peace. You are the master of your fate by natural law, if you but discover that law. As you scan the world scene with all its miseries, its drab outlook, the discouraging prospect of a solution for humanity's problems by political means, and the remoteness of you from the capitals through which promised salvation is desperately hoped for, we are saddened by a sense of frustration. But if you realize that the citadel of power is your own home, and that yours is the majesty and sovereignty, that sadness will be dispelled by gladness. To bring this transformation, you must comprehend the power of money, and that you are the money power. A union of peoples, rather than a union of political governments, is what this world needs. Thank you. So I think we have one more speaker. Max? Are you here, Max?
Max, come on. Don't be shy, don't be shy. Do it.
Dallas has something to say.
The banking system, we all know how proud of it. If you want to start right away,
Did you record that?
it's a recommendation.
Epic.